It's episode 15. Let's make it official. Porsha is engaged. Red roses for everyone. Tune in.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Welcome. It is Sunday. Welcome to AfterBuzz's Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show. I'm your host, Hollywood Lian, and I'm here with my girls.
What is up, guys? It's your girl, Drew Jones.
What's up, party people? It's Erica Edwards.
Yes, we're missing Convo, but she's out doing big things as usual. And we have a lot to talk about. Let's make it official. I'm super excited. I know we're going to talk about it a lot throughout the whole episode, and we're going to end with Porsha getting engaged. But I just want to talk about it immediately. I feel like the end of the episode was so nice. It was good to see Porsha happy and engaged. So I'm just a little full of love tonight. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I do. I'm not like a super marriage type person, but I was like, that's cute. I like it, and everyone knows I love Porsha, so I was hyped for her.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was hyped for it, and honestly, it was the highlight of the episode. So thanks for waking me up, Bravo. Much appreciated, because it was a bit of a sleeper for me. So I did like the ending. It ended on a high note.
Eric, I missed you. Thanks for keeping it real. We have to keep it real. You know, we're going to get into the entire episode. We have a really good news and gossip section for you guys. We're going to be talking about Andy's new baby. We have some NeNe stuff to talk about. We have some tweets for you guys. I saw some really funny tweets. Apparently, you guys aren't really feeling NeNe right now. You know, she's going through some turmoil. So we have a fabulous show. So really stick with us until the end. But we open up with Porsha and Dennis. They're baby shopping. You know, there's a talk of merging, you know, marriage talk. It's time to merge the lives together. What do we think about this? Merging of these two fabulous people in Atlanta.
I love that Porsha. I feel like Porsha's very passive aggressive. She's like, so what are we going to do? Just have 4 of everything and just travel back? Like, she's implying, like, okay, are you going to put a ring on it or no?
This is why I don't deal with females. Y'all are really, really intense. Is this how it happens?
Not I. I am very for it. But Porsha's, I just like that she kind of tiptoed around it. And I was like, girl, just.
Tiptoed? You call that tiptoe?
She stomped around it, but just say it. Be like, okay, are we getting married or no? Yes or no?
And I mean, I liked that Dennis was so cool about it, because honestly, I was like, if you got the money, it's $1,000. Just get 4 strollers. Like, I didn't see like.
Wait, how much was the stroller?
I thought it was like $1,200 or something like that.
Yeah, they're usually pretty expensive. That's actually really not that bad.
Right.
Because the really, really high quality celebrity strollers out here in Beverly Hills, they're around $3,000.
What are in those strollers? Is there like an iPod or?
Yes.
Really?
An iPod holder, of course.
Yo, I'm ghetto. I don't know.
I know, right?
They have everything you could think of, you know what I mean? And they disassemble to, you know, I mean, we saw that one. That one was pretty state of the art.
That one was, I guess. I don't.
It was cute. But at the end of the day, 2 of them were for the different grandmothers. So they still going to have to get 3 of everything anyway.
Actually,
so I was kind of like, okay, whatever.
I'm just frugal. I'm like, you know what? Let's cross that bridge when we get there.
Let's take birth
Exactly,
control.
I'm just not about throwing out the money right away. I'm like, can we just wait? Maybe we can improvise. I'm always trying to cut a corner. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Let's just steal a shopping cart.
Even when, like, I, you know, am going to have money because I will. Money, Cardi B, cute Cardi B. I'm just kidding. Honestly, like, I just feel like, you know, we don't need to get out of control right away. It's really easy to spend a lot of money on that baby, you know, and then you have the second baby and you realize you don't even needed all that stuff, you know?
It's like that one diaper commercial where it's
I was just going to bring that up.
Where it's like first baby and then they're really extra, and then second baby, they're like eating food off the ground. And they're
Exactly.
Like, whatever.
The second one, they just like hand the baby to the babysitter as they're walking out the door.
Like, bye.
They're like, oh, he's going to rip that earring off, girl. You better take that off. All right. So Kandi's all about her business. She's all about her show. You know, I want to see this burlesque show.
Yeah, I'm excited.
This looks hot. I didn't even know she had a commercial. Kandi. Bravo. Like, where were you? I think they dropped the ball. Why couldn't we see the commercial?
I feel like we briefly saw it, a couple of it, like a while back, but it was a very
5-second snippets.
Yeah, it wasn't the full effect, but like Kandi's so hot to me. I just feel like she oozes sex appeal, and I love that she owns it, and she looked amazing in that commercial.
Yes. OLG2 is coming. And y'all, I'm in the mood for fried chicken now. Like, I want fried chicken, I want waffles, I want some peach iced tea.
I hate to say it, I had fried chicken today, and it
Did
was
you?
amazing. I'm
so
still sleepy
jealous.
right now. It was so good. It was so good.
I made sloppy joes tonight or today.
Okay.
Yeah, they were bomb. Barbecue chicken. It was so good. Let's get into the kind of the serious subject about Kandi tonight. Surrogacy is tricky. I'm not telling anybody what to do with their life. Trust me, coming from me, I know what that's like, and I don't like anybody telling me how to live my life, and I'm not about that. But we all do have opinions, and you're on a TV show, and this is what we do here on the after show. We're talking about it, so I just want to give my opinion, and I want to say, I feel like they have enough. I don't really see the point. You know what I mean? They have plenty of siblings. It's not like he doesn't have anybody around. But, whatever makes you happy. But it does seem like it is a little tricky. But it is the modern science, like, married to medicine. Dr. Jackie was saying, what do we think about this? I know this is kind of a tricky subject. I don't want to offend anybody. I'm just saying I feel like they have enough children. Like, they have everything that they could want to just be so happy.
I just feel like if your children are already complaining about how you don't pay them enough attention, maybe you shouldn't bring in another one. But I just hope that if they do choose to have another child, I think Kandi's very business oriented, and I think she's getting older. And if she wants to go the surrogate route, I think Todd needs to support her because at the end of the day, that's her body she's putting through all of that. So if she wants to have somebody else do it, then she should have the right to choose that.
Yeah, well, two things. One is I think that I don't remember all of what happened with Ace, but I don't really know if she's in
It was IVF.
Well, no, I know that, but I'm just saying I think she had some issues with him. I think that's why she's choosing surrogacy as well. Like, I think it's not just that she doesn't want to. I think that she might have some health issues where she really couldn't carry the
And
child.
that's pretty common these days as well. Like, we've all seen it with celebrities like Kim Kardashian. Like, their bodies just don't agree with pregnancy. And, it's better for them not to carry.
Right. And so in that respect, yeah, but I think that with the businesses, with the dungeon room, with candy coated nights, and she has so many businesses on top of Bravo, on top of, is she going to do another tour with Escape? She has a lot going on. And Todd is not like the stay-at-home dad either. And to me, the whole, I just want to show up to the hospital mess, it's like, well, then why don't you just get a puppy or something? Like, what are you doing right now? So I don't know. To me, I feel like they like the idea of a kid, but they're not really, even though they have a child, they're not really in touch with what it's going to take.
Do you guys think this is going to really happen?
I'm not sure, but I would now that I think about it, they should adopt if they're really wanting.
I love that. I love that. There's so many children out there.
There's population-wise, we're doing way too much. So why not adopt some? Instead of paying thousands of dollars, why not invest in?
And we support everybody. We're just simply voicing what we think. We're watching these people. We've known them from the show for the last, I don't know, decade, but we're not, it's just what we see. We're not actually acting like we know them because it's just a part of their lives, and we are very grateful that they share that. But this is what we have to say about it, and we're moving on to a little bit even deeper stuff, When it comes to marriage, you just don't really know until you're in that situation.
Right.
When it comes to cancer, you don't really know until you're in that situation. I've actually dealt with my partner having cancer, so I know kind of the feeling of what she's talking about. Not to that extent, obviously. They're dealing with some real big issues. They've been together for 200 years. NeNe and Greg continue on their path, and it just shows in her eyes. She's not happy. She's just gonna just dropped off Greg. She finna just drop off Greg, and she's gonna go back to the store.
The scenes with the NeNe were so challenging to me because I feel like although we're seeing a different side of NeNe, I don't feel like the editing or the producing is showing us what really the problem is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like she keeps saying to me, I feel like it's skewing the audience because she's always like, he's grouchy, he's grouchy, he's grouchy. But when we show the edits, like in this episode, he wasn't really saying that much. So she's the one who comes off looking like she has this like attitude problem.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's so upset or whatever, where I'm like, there's a whole bunch that we aren't seeing. So it kind of seems like it's some sort of a little bit of the editing. I mean, you know, the producers can't make you do stuff that you're not doing, but I do feel like there's more there that we don't see. And so we're kind of just seeing her reaction to everything.
Yeah, I'm glad that we, like, as an audience, know now that it was Rocky before he got sick, because that I feel like that, one, makes NeNe look less of, like, I don't want to call her a villain, but it makes her look less bitchy. Because if she's just now having issues with him because he's sick, then it's like, okay, NeNe, get it together. But if there have been problems before that, and then on top of it, it's adding this, it's like, okay, I have a little bit more empathy for you.
And I can see that, you know what I mean? Because they got married again doesn't mean that everything was going to go perfect again. It's been a couple years since they've been married. They've been married for a while again. So I just feel like sometimes you can go through turmoil, and she's going through something right now, and she just needs some friends to support her. So I kind of get where she's coming from. Sometimes you do categorize people. I was watching some of my old clips back, and I was saying in one of the clips, and it totally applies to this show as well, because I feel like the women go through very similar things throughout the franchises. And we as people require different things from different people. We as humans selfishly think about what we need from that person at that time. I'm not talking about something physical or materialistic, but we know what we get from that certain human and why we're friends with them. So when she was saying Marlo, she's just extra. I'm not going to come to her when I want to be nourished, when I want someone to like understand me. That's going to be Cynthia, you know? So why invite both heifers over? That's what I didn't get. Let's talk about this scene. She's going through something. You can see it in her eyes. And then she invites these girls over. And I feel like this is why NeNe is going to have these moments of explosion, because instead of having the girls over and really letting them know what was going on, she just kind of really didn't even bring it up. And we talked about other things. And when we did bring it up, it was very, very subtle. So I feel like as much as she's opening up to us in the confessional, because it's probably post, I really feel like she should use her friends. If she's saying Cynthia's the nourishing type, lay it all out there. I want to see NeNe open up like that. What do we think about this?
I think NeNe she's, you know, kind of like the queen of Atlanta, queen of, you know, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's the head honcho, and I think she doesn't want to show others that I think in her mind she thinks it's weak, maybe. I don't know. I just feel like she kind of almost doesn't want to put her problems on other people, not because she doesn't think they can handle it or give it advice, but it's almost like my problems are too big for somebody like you to really understand. Like, I think
which is kind of true sometimes, you know?
Yeah, and I also felt like, excuse me, like Cynthia was, I don't know if I'm not nervous, but I felt like Cynthia was kind of like, I don't know what to say. You know, she just was kind of...
Well, she did have a lot to say in the confessional.
Yeah, but when she was there with NeNe, she seemed sort of awkward. Like, oh, you don't, you know, like she was trying to be supportive, but just didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And it takes some sort of, sometimes I think when you have a strong friend like that, you have to be strong too. And I feel like Cynthia's kind of like afraid of what
Maybe
NeNe's
she was
gonna
the wrong
say or
person
something.
to open
like,
up to.
I think she's softer, obviously, than Marlo, but she's not. It's something that's not vibing there as well. I think.
You know, you bring up a good point, because I feel like when she was trying to bring up bad news, she was like, "Oh, but he's gonna be okay, right? Let's a little more positive, like what?" You know, and I'm like, no, maybe if she's talking about the bad, let's talk about the bad.
Right? Yeah, like just be real. And Cynthia's almost like scared to do that.
Yeah, so maybe she isn't the right person for that.
Because I think at this point, because we've just seen NeNe be nasty and we've seen her be naggy, I think probably at this point, Cynthia's like, okay, girl, like, you gotta stop being so negative. You know, like, you're not the one with cancer. Because we kind of saw it in the confessional with her being like, maybe we should let Greg be the one going through it a little bit more than you. And so I think Cynthia's potentially a little fed up with how negative NeNe's been.
Yeah.
And so, but she's not, Cynthia's also not the type of person to be like, get it together.
Yeah,
you know?
she's also, I feel like the tiptoeing thing might be kind of there, because even NeNe said it, like, I just have not been happy lately. And I was definitely not happy in Tokyo. We saw it, girl.
Right, we know.
We was all scared. Let's talk about something a little bit more lighter. Ronnie and Dennis are racing. And Dennis got left in the dust, which was kind of funny. Brows or no brows, maybe he can kill it on the racetrack.
That's why he's so fast, because he's aerodynamic.
Yes.
The couples are bonding. There's some street talk. There's some fatherhood talk. He's proposing Friday. Do you guys pick your husband's boogers? Boyfriends?
No.
A quick poll. Let us know in the chat.
Do you guys do that?
I see you guys are in the
nasty
chat.
thing?
Everyone's a little quiet tonight. So let us know. Maybe the episode was a little quiet, but I don't want you guys quiet. Let me know. Do you guys pick your significant other's boogers?
Yes. Come on, you guys, turn up, because we know this episode was boring. We got to bring it to the after show.
Girl, I thought you were saying yes to the question, and I was like,
no, that's so gross. Oh my God, I was so disgusted. I was like,
Oh, really?
I thought it was really disgusting.
I've never done the booger
I mean, I will
things.
say it totally topped Porsha and the toothbrush thing from the first episode. So I was like, oh, well, Porsha doesn't look as nasty for using Dennis's toothbrush
Let's get
right
nasty
now.
together. I like to get
these
nasty.
couples have me convinced I've never been in love. Because I'm like, if that's love, I haven't been there.
Honestly, boo, like, seriously, let's get nasty. You gotta, like, love me. You gotta pop everything. You gotta pop the pimples.
Oh, I can handle
You gotta,
a
like,
pimple. I
you
can
gotta
handle
get
a
in
pimple
there.
pop.
You gotta do, like, full body inspections, grooming, manscaping. I mean, you gotta get all up in
Well,
there.
I can just hand you a tissue.
Yeah.
I
I'm like,
can
oh,
do
baby,
that.
you got some right there. I'm not touching it, but it's there.
Yes.
I don't
That was so
know.
gross, you guys. Yuck.
Okay, well, Shayna Henderson in the chat says, disgusting, ew. Yes,
Totally agree.
co-sign.
We see you
Co-sign.
guys. We see you guys in the
Yes.
chat. We appreciate you guys, listening to us on iTunes. Give us a 5-star rating. Subscribe to our channel. Let us know in the comment that you subscribed, and we will shout you guys out because we're the ESPN of TV talk. Let's talk about the girls kind of bonding, because Shamari was like, yeah, Porsha finally knows me. She recognized we went to the same elementary school, middle school, and high school. Why are girls like that? What is up with the whole I don't know her? I know Mariah Carey does it to J-Lo all the time. I don't know her. And apparently she doesn't know who the Chainsmokers are, because they asked Mariah who they were, and she goes, oh, I don't know who they are.
I try not to know who they are, so it's understandable.
Exactly. So, I mean, what is up with the girls kind of doing that, acting like they don't really know each other, and be like, I met you once before, or yeah, I think we went to the same school, but we didn't really kick it.
I didn't feel like Porsha was doing the I don't know her thing. I feel like she does what a lot of us do in high school when we've gone to high school with someone. It's like, cool, we went to high school, but like, whenever I go home and I see people I went to high school with, it's kind of like a hey, and then I keep it pushing.
Oh my God! You know what? You guys.
I mean,
totally...
I have gotten that.
I totally agree now. Sorry.
No, see, I don't know. I mean, I'm on the other side. Like, I think, Portia probably did diss her, but I will say, Shamari, you gotta just let that stuff go. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's episode 15. If she didn't figure out who you are by this episode, then you just have to move on and build a new relationship.
Exactly. Yes, I see you guys in the chat. Thank you, Shayna Henderson, for subscribing. Thank you, Jordan. Yes, we love you guys too. There we go. The NeNe's having the girls over. We were talking about this. She has them over to be supportive, but she just needs to light her candle, honey. You could tell she was stressing because of this candle. She is really battling her new reality, as Cynthia said. She reveals that she goes to the bar down the street by herself. That was a huge thing that stood out to me. NeNe is a star. When you're going to the bar by yourself, girl, there is something wrong. She just wants to have
times.
Oh man, I mean, maybe she just wants to have a moment to herself. But geez, it's hard. I don't know. It's hard to see NeNe go through this.
But I mean, I think people should have their alone time. I don't necessarily, I mean, it's NeNe, so yeah, it's kind of weird that you're doing something by yourself. But I feel like I like to go on me time dates.
I mean, I know a bar where we go just to like, whoosh, no one's going to see us and we'll drink in the dark.
Exactly. So I feel like, NeNe, if you're in LA, hit us up. We have a great little hole in the wall bar that you can come
that you would
drink with
love,
us.
girl.
You would
Right
love
after
it.
the after show, we can walk right over.
We can walk right over. But yeah, it's okay to have alone time.
All right, so here's the part of the episode where I didn't really feel bad for Eva. Like, she was having a breakdown. Okay, I'm sorry. First world problems. Like one of my wedding dresses is missing. The fabric is discontinued. Once again, where's the part where I'm going to be like, I feel so bad for you.
Right.
She has a ceremony dress, a reception dress, and a going away dress. Like a dress that she's going to wear on the way to the car when she leaves the venue. Are you kidding me? I do not feel bad, girl. Why are you crying? And why did we spend 10 minutes of our precious Real Housewives of Atlanta airtime on this? Like, what?
I just feel like her storyline is just grasping for relevancy. And it was like, girl, you're crying over some dresses that you spent. You have the fortune of spending thousands of dollars on that you're going to wear each of them for maybe an hour. Like, get over yourself. This is not that serious.
I know I started tuning out as soon as she said I chose 3 dresses. I was like, 3? How many times are you getting married? And then
I can see 2.
But I loved her friend Shanita or whatever. 'Cause she's like, she's not my stylist. Like, I don't mess with her, but she styles other people, and she's in my, and then it was just like, well, how about this? How about that? And
She's like, how about we try them on first?
Right, and then it was funny because then she was looking at her crazy, like, huh, it's like, I can see your panties. Like, it was just, so her friend totally stole the show and was really trying to be genuinely supportive, even though I feel like she was just kind of like the step bridesmaid or whatever. Because I'm like, well, where did Shanita come from? She's some random stylist from around the corner. I don't know. It's interesting, but I liked her a lot.
Here's the thing. I am not getting Eva. I mean, I even saw her on Watch What Happens Live tonight. She's not giving me anything.
Where's Eva's mother? Like, shouldn't her mother be helping her with this? I was confused.
That's a good point as well, especially since she has so much to say. You know, maybe we should have had her on in that scene because she would have told her, like, child, will you stop it? I don't know. I'm just not getting anything from her. I don't really understand her. I feel like she tries to act like, a certain kind of shady, kind of queenie kind of way, like hangs around gay guys, so she knows how to throw shade. But then when we call her out on it, she's like, no, I'm not like that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She did it again. She did it again on Watch What Happens Live. They were like, okay, when are you going to finally admit that you shaded Cynthia throughout the season? And she was like, you guys, that is not shade. Like, okay, maybe I am, but maybe it's different. Like, you guys think what you guys think is shade, I don't think. I think that's just being playful. Like, I'm not a mean person. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Why can't you just admit you're being playful and shady? What's wrong with being shady?
I think she's if Sheree and Kim Fields were combined and younger, that's Eva. Like, and it's just like, we already had that. We want something new.
What about the music scene? Like the music part when they were talking about the music, she was like, oh, I don't want sexual healing playing in front of your mom. Like, what?
Oh, do you want your wedding to be boring?
Like, what is wrong with you?
Now, one thing that I am curious about, because the way the scenes are being edited, like, is her running for mayor husband paying for anything? Because she's the one who seems like she's totally stressed out about the money aspects of it and about how far it's over budget, and he seems like it's not his money, to be honest. So I'm curious about that.
He just seems like he's just along for the ride.
Right, exactly. He's like, I'm just gonna wear my suit and show up, and you're gonna be $50,000 over budget. So that's what's interesting to me, because it's like, well, where's his money at?
Maybe it is her money. I mean, she was saying on Watch What Happens Live, which was completely out of context too. It was like, when you add extra information, she was doing that. Andy was just simply talking about her dresses, and she just had to add, well, I've been doing so fantastic since I was 18. It was just like, okay. Okay, so you're like, I don't know. And then you say you got the money, but then you complain about the, I don't know.
So are you strapped for cash or not?
I don't know. I don't get it. Like, are you hood? Are you not? Are you shady? Are you not? Are you strapped for cash? Are you not? It's a little too wishy-washy for me. I don't really, like, your first season, you gotta, like, really give it to us so we know what you're about. Isn't this your second season? Like, I'm just not really.
Yeah. I gave it to her last season because I was like, you know what? This is you trying to fit in, trying to figure it out. Maybe the second season you'll come around, but.
And I think last season it was different because he was running for mayor. So she didn't really show us as much of her real life because, he was running for mayor and it seemed like she was trying to project a certain sort of image. Now we're kind of seeing more of her, but it's like, we're not impressed.
Now that he lost.
Yeah. I know. Now that he lost, maybe he ain't got no job. Maybe she really is paying for everything.
I mean, he looked very, very like natural with the baby. I was like, oh, look at that baby daddy.
The baby
Just,
was looking cute, though.
Baby was so cute.
Oh my gosh.
The
Adorable.
baby, like those eyes and that curly hair. Oh,
The baby was adorable.
Shout
She
out to
was-
Eva's
yes,
baby.
Shout out
Super
to
I
cute.
would say her daughter is
Mikey Jr.
beautiful. Her little, what's the little girl's name?
Ashley Griffin in the chat says Eva's
Harley
been
is
shady
on.
since America's Next Top Model. So I just think it's naturally how she speaks.
But
Yes.
Eva used to say it with her whole chest back on America's Next Top Model. Like Eva had no issue getting in people's faces and
Right.
being.
I
And I'm
remember
like,
that.
where's that energy now?
Yeah, I don't know. She's not owning up to it. Like, we love the shade. She's just not owning the shade. Like, own it.
Right.
Remember from Beverly Hills? Own it, own it. Lisa Rinna?
Yes.
Which is, we have to talk about that later. But yeah, let's talk about the good thing. Portia's engaged. And you know what? It was nice to see. I mean, even the montage that they showed, I thought he was going to propose at this time. I thought he was going to propose
That
at
was
this
so.
time.
I love the editors for that. I loved that.
I kind of forgot she has been kind of on a little journey. We have been waiting. We are on episode 15.
Every little box she got, we're like, is this the one? It's like, no, it's earrings. It's a bracelet. It's a watch. Oh my gosh.
It's a dog!
Yes,
Yeah.
he got her good so many times.
It just made me feel like, damn, I need a dentist. Like, if I'm gonna be disappointed I'm
You know
not getting
what?
proposed to, at least it's like
At least
a
disappointment with a
diamond
Rolex,
necklace.
right?
Dennis's go-kart might be slow, but that diamond was
I
huge.
was saying,
Oh
but
my
his
God.
bank account is not.
Oh my God, that diamond was gorgeous. Let me take the hot dog king. I want a hot dog
Yes.
king.
I mean, I honestly thought that ring was a little gaudy, but I'm just happy she's engaged.
I will say I think it's one of the prettier rings I've seen, because sometimes, when the diamonds get so big, they almost look like costume jewelry.
yeah, like it just
Yeah.
looks like.
I feel like
a
hers
lot.
was like just big enough to where it looks real and pretty still, but
Yeah,
it's like
I do
very
have
flashy.
one thing to say about it. I don't like the shape of it.
I
Yeah,
don't
wasn't-
like the shape.
Yeah, I wasn't in love with that ring.
But
The
I
shape
think
is
at least
like-
it looks like a diamond.
No,
It
it's
doesn't look
beautiful.
like
It's
costume
beautiful.
jewelry.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never even seen anything like that. It was ridiculous. Y'all are hilarious in the chat. Whoop-de-doo, Portia's engaged. Yeah, you know what?
she's engaged to someone who is heterosexual.
Look at her.
The
Shots
shit.
fired. Boom, boom.
Y'all, was Cordell gay?
Yes.
You guys, let us know in the chat. Let's
Oh,
talk
we
about
all
it.
know. That's like ancient old news from back in the day.
I don't know, like he.
It's Atlanta. Everybody is a little gay. As
Yeah,
Honey
and
Boo
he
Boo would
definitely,
say.
after he was divorced, he definitely had people where, they were coming for him. The sisters were coming for him.
You know what? I like when the Download Brothers hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up in the DMs, Download
Yes,
Brother. I like
yes.
the Download Brothers.
Cordell was not that down low after he got divorced. I'm just going to say.
The thing about Cordell, like, he was very aggressive when it even came to any type of situation like that. I don't know.
I know, that's how you know.
Exactly. Like there should be no type of like reaction from you. You should be so content. Unless someone's trying to like get up on you, there's no reason why you
Yeah.
should be tripping.
Anytime there's over aggressive homophobia, I'm like,
Yeah, we've all seen that
What you
episode of
hiding,
Glee
sis?
when he hooks up with the bully that was like beating him
Yup.
up. Like
Exactly.
yup, this ain't new.
Exactly, and we've all seen that article as well. Yeah, I think it's just funny to throw that little shade.
It
at
is,
Porsha.
but I'm happy for you now,
You know
Porsha.
what? Honestly, I honestly, it's relevant because I was watching the show tonight. I was watching Porsha, her little pink dress, holding her baby daddy, and showing off that ring to the camera while Lil Mo was singing. And I was thinking, I wonder if Cordell is watching this. And if he is, what is he thinking?
What is he and his partner thinking? That's what I want to know.
Cordell, we would love to have you and your partner come in.
Now, what do you and your boyfriend think about this?
Y'all gonna get us jumped.
We would love to have you guys in the AfterBuzz studio, and there's a bar we would love to take you guys to right afterwards, Erica.
And you would love the bar that we go to, Cordell. Totally
Oh
love it.
my god.
Y'all, I love Little Mo. Can I just tell you? I don't really know that song that they were playing. I have heard it. But my song was the song that she did with Fabulous Superwoman.
Yes.
With the S on my chest. What up? That's my song.
Yeah, she goes off. I'm glad she's getting her shine, her appreciation.
Me too.
Me too. Because I was like, they could have played any song in the world, but I like that they're giving somebody else a little credit. Somebody, everybody else needs they shine and they
Thank
stay
you.
shine.
I was
If-
like,
if it was watching E, we'd be watching the Kardashians with freaking John Legend singing at the Christmas party.
I
and
know,
like
right.
Lana Del Rey at the wedding. Like, no. We needed
Kenny G on Valentine's Day.
Exactly. We needed something more down to earth. We need
Some
Lil Mo
Lil
up in
Mo.
here. Lil
Yes.
Mo. I was happy.
She
got a little-
personalized it.
Yeah.
I was like, cute.
Good for
It was
her.
very sweet.
And
I
she
really liked
looked
that.
good, too.
She looked good. She looked good.
Good for you, Lil Mo. Hope you get at least 50,000 extra Instagram followers from this episode.
At least.
At least. Maybe the millennials will be like, Lil Mo, who is this?
Who's this up and coming
Who
artist?
is this up and coming artist?
Exactly.
I found a new artist the other day, Prince. It was really interesting.
You probably never heard of him before.
All right, let's get into our tweets and save the news for the end. We have some fabulous tweets to pull up. You guys have been talking on the internet, and you guys have a lot to say. The first tweet, we're going to shout out Barbara Ban 1366, and she says, NeNe seems like she has a lot to deal with on a regular basis. She acts like the relationship is all about her happiness. What about Greg? Maybe he's grouchy for a reason. So I've been seeing this on Twitter a lot.
Yeah.
You guys are kind of acting like, or you guys are saying, you know, NeNe's kind of a baby. She wants everyone to feel bad for her. What about Greg? What about Greg? What about Greg? Okay, well, what about Greg? Let me know. What do you guys think about Greg? They're saying, what about Greg?
I just feel like it's the Real Housewives of Atlanta, so obviously we're going to see them more than we're going to see other people. And so I don't think, you know, the wives are more on a schedule to film, not necessarily the husband. So we aren't going to see Greg all the time.
And let's keep in mind, like, when guys want to be jerks, they can really just...
Yeah.
You know, especially when you know someone for 20 years, you know exactly
You
how
know
push
what
their
to
button.
say.
Right. I feel like we're not seeing enough of the other side of it, like what he is really doing that's so irritating. So,
And the next tweet is NeNe leaving while Greg is in surgery. And there's a, if you can't see us and you're listening to us, it's a picture of Marlo looking over her shoulder like, "Are you serious? Some what? Oh no. Oh no. I saw a GIF of a car door opening up and someone flying out of the car.
You showed me that, and I was done.
I mean, y'all are really not feeling NeNe. Someone was like, at least she did a full stop and didn't California roll. At least she let
drop, and roll.
I
was
will
dying.
say, friendly reminder, this is reality TV. Producers edit things so that it'll look a certain way and it'll be more entertaining. It's not necessarily the truth, though.
Yeah. They
You know?
did not look like they wanted to be having that conversation in the car, though. Greg kept looking at the camera. Did you guys notice that? It was weird. All right, let's move on to our news. Erica, you can go first. News and gossip.
All right, you guys. So you guys know I'm not a true Kenya Moore fan, but this is adorable. On Valentine's Day, Mark, her husband in New York, closed down his restaurant and had a special sort of Valentine's Day night for Kenya and the baby. What's the baby's name? I forgot the baby's name.
Baby Daily?
Yeah, Baby Daily, whatever. So, yeah. So, shout out to them. So cute, adorable. Happy Valentine's Day.
Good for her. What did you guys do for Valentine's Day?
I got drunk with my girlfriend.
I worked and went to sleep, so
I'm
I'm living my best life.
Was watching TV with my dog, like, you know, watching this like normal TV. Top Chef. I was watching Top
Everyone
Chef.
knows the 15th is the real holiday because that's when all the candy goes on sale.
Okay, girl.
No, that's right.
Let's move on to my news and gossip. The president, the OG, the man, Andy Cohen, the guy that makes all of this happen. Andy, you need to hit your boy up so I can congratulate you in person. It was his first day back to work. Welcome back. He was showing us a little picture of his first picture in the hospital with his little boy, Benjamin Cohen. He is very, very cute.
Benji.
So cute.
We're very excited that he's a new dad. It was via surrogacy. So, you know, something that we talked about on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah, it's just kind of spreading throughout.
Andy didn't carry the baby.
Andy did not carry the baby, no.
preposterous.
And you know what? There's a lot of statistics that are saying that there's more gay dads coming. There's more gay dads
Listen,
coming.
I think we all could grow as people if we had gay dads.
Well, you know what? Ronnie said in the episode, most of us grew up without fathers. Imagine having two fathers.
I would Andy Cohen as your dad. I just will never get over that. Like, this kid is going to have Andy Cohen as his dad, Anderson Cooper as his uncle, Sarah Jessica Parker as, like, his auntie.
Godmother, like, and
You're
imagine,
living.
and he could go to any housewives and they're going to take care of him. They're like, you Andy's boy, you come in here.
The most fabulous life.
I mean, he has just, done it for these women. So, that's fantastic. We congratulate him. Mazel to Andy Cohen and his new baby.
Adorable.
So cute.
Let's do predictions. What do we think is going to happen within the next couple episodes?
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
We're at mid-season right now. It's episode 15. I feel like we have some things coming. NeNe is gonna get physical. There's a PA involved. There's something happening with Marlo. She's not being supportive. Is there gonna be another trip? I don't know. But we're at mid-season. That means we still have a little bit way to go.
We do.
What do we think is gonna happen within the next couple episodes? And what do we think about this prediction with Marlo and what are we predicting with Marlo and NeNe?
Okay, I am predicting a big blowout between those two because I feel like Marlo is the only one who's going to stand up to her and finally be like, enough is enough. Greg is the one that has cancer back. You need to step back. And I think that's going to come into a big, huge argument. I honestly think there's going to be a little bit of a discord or disconnect between Nina and Eva, especially now that she's, like going through this whole bridezilla phase. So I think with her marriage, I think there's going to be some fireworks there between NeNe and Eva as well.
Yeah, I definitely see Hurricane NeNe coming in full force. And I predict that one of the because it is a natural hair party that they're having. I predict one of the housewives is going to have extensions of some sort in there. They're going to try to pretend that that's all them, baby.
Well, my predictions are a little bit hot and heavy. I predict that the freak, Cynthia, will be just showing us that body, yaddy, yaddy.
Yes.
She's been wanting to get that little bisexual curiosity out, girl. Let that freak flag fly, especially before you get married to Mike Hill. Girl, go get you some out. Take a little notes from Shamari. I know you guys aren't really feeling Shamari in the chat, but let us know. Give us a little tweet. Tweet me at Hollywood Lian. Let us know your thoughts. DM me. I love the DMs that you guys send me. I get people that send me little pictures. Did you see this? Did you hear what she said about that? So I love my little sources. Shout out to all of you guys. Thank you for always listening to us and for downloading us, for supporting us. I predict that it's going to get really crazy with NeNe and Marlo. Like, we have a lot to see. The last time that they fought, Marlo chased NeNe out, called her a Donald Trump look-alike hairpiece thing. Am I wrong?
No.
You guys know I'm the Bravo historian. I know it all.
Pre-presidency.
I mean, you're all going to have to really tune in, follow the Insta story. I got a new Bravo show coming up here at AfterBuzz TV. All things Bravo. Not just going to be covering Housewives, everything. So, because I'm the historian around here.
Yes.
But yeah, so I really feel like this fight is going to be more epic than ever because this time NeNe is not backing down. Last time you chased me out of the baseball field. This time I'm chasing you out of the house. I don't know what happens, but a crew member gets involved. NeNe was suspended. We had that in our last news and gossip last week.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic. So you might want to tune in. It's going to be fantastic. That is our after show.
See.
Make sure to follow me on all social media platforms at Hollywood Lian. We love you guys for supporting us. These are my girls. We're signing off.
You guys can follow me on all of the things at OKDrewJ.
All right, party people, you can follow me on all of my social media at Erica, ERIKA, as in door, Edwards.
At Hollywood Lian, make sure to tune in. I'm going to have a new show coming out. You're going to want to follow me to figure out when it's going to come out. Coming soon. Bye, AfterBuzzers.
Ciao.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.